And purring cat, because that's always important. All right, start going your back. If you have the toning balls, you can do hands, toning balls underneath your hands. And elbows a little bit lifted. And again, if you don't have them, you're just going to have your hands flat on the ground. Again, just gives you a little bit more feedback. Open up through the collarbones and take a nice deep full breath in. Think about that rib cage expanding all the way around, trying to get the bottom ribs to really open up to the ground. And then as you exhale, feel the rib cage dropping. Inhale, expanding all the way around. Really try to feel what's happening here. And then with your next exhale, feel those ribs dropping down, feel the pelvic floor lift. You're drawing up and in, as well as getting those ribs to drop down. So you're getting all these different layers of your abs to engage. Inhale, expand. Exhale, drop down and engage. So this is where all of your movement originates from. So you're really being mindful of this. Again, as we go through, any tension in your neck probably means that your abs are not as engaged as they could be. It does work on strengthening the neck as well. All right, starting with head nod. So as you inhale, the eyes look over your knees, and then your chin follows. As you exhale, eyes to ceiling and back up. Inhale, eyes down, head follows. Exhale, eyes to ceiling and back up. So we got a couple more here. And again, just noticing how the skull and that top vertebrae move on each other. Check in, see how the neck feels. Last one. And then slowly, elbows are lifted. If you don't have the 20 balls, you're just going to lift those hands a little bit off the mat. And as you inhale, shoulder blades shrug toward the ears. Excuse me. And as you exhale, you slowly reach those fingertips away. So keeping the collarbones broad, keep the shoulder blades flat on the ground, and you're just lifting, elevating the shoulder blades, and then drawing them down, depressing. Inhale into elevation, exhale into depression. Two more. And then release. And then arms come up toward the ceiling, palms face in, toning balls if you have them. So shoulder blades stay down. Again, inhale, feel the rib cage expand, feel that, reach those shoulder blades up, add that little extra right on the end. And then as you exhale, feel shoulder blades come down all by themselves, and then you add that little extra in. So feeling that expansion of the breath, moving the shoulder blades. So you don't have to do too much work. Neck gets to stay relaxed here. Good. Two more. And then coming into scissors. So one arm goes overhead as far as you're comfortable, and then back to center. The other hand is going down by your side, back to center. Hopefully you don't have Pilates reformer in your way, so you can reach. So again, notice what the ribs are doing as that arm goes overhead. So again, we're letting it move some, but you're trying to give it control. So you're in control of its movement versus it's doing its own thing. That helps you, again, just connect with those obliques. Connect with your core. Last one here. Back to center, and then arms come down. Oh, I'm going to switch myself back up. There's cat down there. All right, so starting with the feet. So slide that leg on the ground. Slide the right leg out straight. And as you exhale, core stays engaged and pull back in. So make sure that heel stays on the ground. That keeps you out of your hip flexors. And then pull back in. So you're starting to feel that core connect. So if the right leg is doing the moving on that way back in, it is the left obliques that are working to stabilize and keep everything still. So one more time here, and then we'll do the left leg. So inhale out, right obliques kick in, pull in on exhale. Inhale, slide out, exhale, pull in. 3 more, so take your time. So notice how the spine feels, keeping it still. Again, you're gonna have a little bit of shifting and movement, that's allowed, but nothing major. Last one here. And then arms down by your side, feet flat. From here, coming into hip roll. So as you exhale, go through that engagement first, and then feel the imprint, and then slowly begin engaging the glutes and lifting up. Think about reaching your knees over your toes. Inhale at the top, and then exhale and slowly articulate yourself down. So again, I'm moving on the exhale. So feel that connection, that roll up. So noticing your spine as you go up and spine as you come down in places where you would feel like you are stuck, or it's more than one vertebrae moving at a time, or maybe you have a little lateral wiggle. And again, just knowing that we're going to be working on those. It's a long-term goal to get that spine just roll smoothly. Last one here, and then down. And check in. See how you feel? And then over onto your side, please. George goes between the knees. You can do toning ball in hand if you would like. So we're going to do both variations on the twist that we've been working with. So we're going to start with that small one that really isolates the spine. So that top arm is reaching forward at shoulder height. As you inhale, you're slowly lifting that arm toward the ceiling. Exhale, squeeze into George. Keep your pelvis still. Slowly turn the rib cage. Head goes whichever way is most comfortable for you. Take an inhale and then exhale, pull back around. Again, inhale up. So notice the relationship of the shoulder and the arm. You keep that as you twist back. So you keep that arm reaching out from that shoulder, so it's a long line from the hand to the opposite shoulder on the ground, actually. All right, one more here. Inhale up, exhale, twist back. Again, which way does your neck prefer to go? And then release. All right, now getting into the full body one. So inhale, the arm goes up. Exhale, squeeze in, George. Shift the hips back. Once here, you get a lot farther. Inhale, and then exhale. Bring yourself all the way back around. So we're no longer just isolating, or we're getting into fascial lines. Exhale, shift, round, twist. Again, where does your head want to go on this one? Take an inhale, reach. Exhale, pull back around. One more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, squeeze, shift, round, reach. Inhale, exhale, all the way around. All right, flip over to the other side, please. All right, knees and hips at 90. Bottom rib stays lifted, so isolating just the spine first, so keep the lower body still. Inhale, the arm to the ceiling. Exhale, squeeze it in on George. Pelvis stays still. Rotate back only as far as you can go, and keep that arm a straight line from the opposite shoulder. Take an inhale. Exhale, all the way back around. Again, inhale, up. Exhale, slowly shift. Inhale. Exhale, back around. Again, make sure those hips are staying still. This one last time. So really turning the thoracic, getting that rib cage to open up, and then back around. All right, getting the whole body involved now. So inhale the arm up, exhale, squeeze George, shift, round, and twist. Inhale, exhale, all the way back around. Inhale up, exhale, shift, round, twist. Inhale, and exhale, all the way back around. One more time. Inhale, up, exhale, shift, round, twist. Inhale, and then exhale, all the way back around. And then go ahead and come forward onto your abs, please. George, underneath the breastbone. Yep. We're going to do 4 of each of the breaststroke preps. So again, check in here. Make sure George is on bony structure, off soft tissue. So take an inhale, feel the back bottom ribs open up. Try to get the spine to lift up toward the ceiling, and as you exhale, relax over George. Inhale, expand. Exhale, relax. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. This time adding breaststroke prep 1. So as you inhale, start to push the breastbone forward, shoulder blades squeeze. As you exhale, extend up. Push George forward. Keep your weight on George. Stay here for inhale, and exhale, release down. Stay long through the low back, the legs are solid on the ground. Inhale, shoulder blades, push the breastbone forward, slowly extend up. Remember, the back of the neck stays relaxed. On the next exhale, release down. So this is the one where you have the biggest movement, the biggest range of motion. And again, no rush on these movements. Take your time so you really feel what's going on and make sure that you're warmed up. Again, think about the core, think about the pubic bone staying pressed down. All right, breaststroke prep 2, arms are coming down by your sides. We have 4 of these. Inhale, shoulder blades pull back, reach the arms, reach them toward your knees. Exhale, just lift to hover. Inhale, stay here, expand. Exhale and release down. Again, inhale, open. Exhale, lift to hover. Bobblehead if you need to. Check in with the low back. Make sure you're good. We got 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, extend. Core is staying engaged. The last one here. And release. Hands come under your head. So now we're going to do this on 2 counts versus the 4 counts we've been doing. So we're moving on exhale. So again, on exhale, you're slowly pushing the ball forward. You're lifting to that hover line. Inhale and slowly release down. Exhale, push the ball forward. Neck is relaxed. Elbows are staying in front of the face. So the position you were on the ground is what you're on when you're lifted. Again, you're lifting from that mid-thoracic area. 1 more. I think that was 4. And then go ahead and sit back into shell. So again, shells wherever you need to get that low back to round. Check in, see how it feels. Notice what's going on. Feel free to rock your hips side to side. And then all the way back around onto your back. Feet on the ball. Feet on George. Toning balls in hand, if you have them. I just threw that away. There we go. Arms down by your side, hands on the ball. Back of the neck is long. All right, so coming into ab breath with a little bit of fun in it. So go back to your awareness of the breath. So feel your inhale as you exhale. Feel the ribs drop down, feel the draw up and in, feel those ribs closing downward. Keep that slightly engaged. Give me a little head nod on the next inhale. As you exhale, slowly curl up. You're reaching long and rolling the hands on the ball. Inhale, stay. As you exhale, slowly slide those legs out straight. Inhale, pull back in. And then exhale and slowly release. Inhale, head nod. Exhale, curl. Inhale, stay. Exhale, slide out. Inhale, come back in, and then release down. Inhale, head nod. Exhale, curl. So make sure the neck is okay here. And in, and release. We're going to make a slight change this time. So inhale, head nod. Exhale, curl. As you inhale, right leg to tabletop. Exhale, both legs go out. Inhale, they come back in, and then release down. Inhale, head nod. Exhale, engage first. Core lifts. Inhale, left leg to tabletop. As you exhale, both legs go out long. Inhale, they come back in. Exhale, release down. 1 more time like that. So inhale, head nod. Core engages, curl yourself up. Inhale, right leg to tabletop. Exhale, both legs reach long. Inhale, back in. Exhale, down. Reset. Core engage, curl up. Inhale, left leg to tabletop. Exhale, reach both legs long. Inhale, back in. And release. Check in, see how you feel, rock around. And then both legs to tabletop and both arms to the ceiling. Toning balls in hand if you have. So think about trying to get those knees over those hips. You can be in just a little bit, but again, that challenge for the core is to keep those knees out a little bit farther. All right, so from here, legs are zipped together, shoulder blades sink down. Hands should be a little bit wider than shoulders. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're slowly going to let your hips rock to the right. That left hip comes off the ground. Inhale. Exhale, roll back through center, and you go to the left. Right hip is up. So moving on the exhales here. So pay attention to that upper body. You have a slight imprint in that low back. No discomfort, and you're feeling yourself rock that pelvic ball side to side. So notice the arms. They're staying still relative to whatever's going on your ceiling. One more set. And then back to center. All right, stay here. Exhale, zip and engage. Give me a little bit stronger imprint and let the knees go about 2 inches away from you. And then inhale, pull back in. Exhale, core engages, low back stays still, the legs go about 2 inches away, and then back in. So smaller is better here. So really think, feel the engagement first, and then those legs go out. Any discomfort in the low back, in those hip sockets, you're stopping right there. So again, really think about the control here. Zip. Nice. We got 2 more. Last one. And then slowly bring one foot down, and then the other arms can come down by your side. Shake it out. All right, where's the ball? All right, ball goes back under your feet. Arms are going to go overhead. Toning balls are optional. All right, so we're going to work a little bit with roll up. So toning balls will help with that. And as we're rolling up, the legs will go straight. All right, so inhale, head nod, arms up. Exhale, rib to hip. Slowly curl, straighten your legs out, and then continue that journey. Keep your legs pressing down on George. Inhale, you start to roll your pelvis back, and then exhale and slowly release. And again, if you're not able to get up, you can put that pad under your back. I know some of you that works. Inhale, up, head nod, exhale, curl. Get the ab prep set first, and then press the legs down, reach the arms toward the feet. Try to keep those shoulders relaxed. There you go, Rosemary. Woohoo! And then slowly inhale, exhale, control that roll down. I am being wobbly today on my rolling. Inhale, up, head nod, exhale. Engage first, and then go into that roll. Inhale, start your roll back. Exhale, right arm goes toward the ceiling as you're rolling down. Again, just trying to get those obliques to work differently. Inhale, both arms to the ceiling, head nod, core engages. Slowly ab prep first, and then roll as the legs straighten out. As you inhale, start your roll back, and then the left arm's gonna go up as you exhale and come down. Again, working on those asymmetries. So inhale, head nod. Exhale, curl, abs are engaged first, of course. Curl, curl, curl. Keep those legs pressing down into George. All right, so as you inhale, keep the right arm by the ear. As you exhale, release down. And then that left arm joins the right. Inhale, up. Exhale, engage, ab prep, and then curl. Shoulders relax. Keep the left arm by the ear. You start to inhale, roll. Shake it out. Check hands. And then feet on the ball, hands on the platform or mat. So core is engaged. So I want you to think neutral spine here. So you have that little bit of lift in that low back. As you exhale, push your feet in the ball, fire your glutes, lift straight up. Inhale, as you exhale, release down. You're bending from that inguinal crease, that hip pointer, and your tailbone goes straight down. So there's no articulation of the spine. You're not rocking back into the neutral. Inhale, exhale, core engages, slide up, and then slide down. So again, notice as you're going up and down, are you feeling like you're going side to side? What's going on? Those arms can add stability. All right, this time going up and hold. And work those hamstrings. All right, core is engaged. Lock in, drop those ribs down. So you decide your range of motion. So inhale, the legs go away from you a little bit, roll ball. Exhale, they pull back in.
Inhale, they go away. Exhale, back in. So again, if you feel like you can handle the full range, you are welcome to do that, but that is really up to you. My knee was a little cranky the other day, so I'm going to keep my range of motion small today. 2 more. Last one. And then slowly release yourself all the way down. Check in, see how you feel, knees to chest, and then press those heels up toward the ceiling. And again, notice what's going on. Then jumping ball goes under your left foot, right foot is on the platform, on the mat. All right, so core engages, so exhale, pushing down with the feet, so you gotta have that nice long spine, the ribs are down. So I want you to put a little bit more emphasis on the left leg, and just see how it feels. So I can tell my inner thigh, my hamstrings are starting to cramp a little bit already. We'll see how it goes. All right, right leg to tabletop. So the non-ball leg goes into tabletop. You're balancing your left foot on the ball. Yep, you got it. All right, core is engaged. Left arm to the ceiling. Core engages, right arm to the ceiling. So if this is enough, you can stay here. If you want a little bit more challenge, the right arm goes out to the side on inhale. On exhale, comes back to center. Inhale, left arm. Back to center, and then slowly straight spine, release down, release down. Check in, see how you feel. All right, other side. Core, find that foot placement, press both feet down. Make sure that ball is in where it needs to be, there you go. And then when you're ready, lifting up. Again, check in. What's going on here? How's the core? Are you strong through here? You now have an idea what you're going to be doing, so where does this ball really need to be? All right, so from here, exhale, tabletop the left leg. If that is good for you, oh, I'm getting a hamstring cramp. Go ahead and take that right arm toward the ceiling. You're up here. I'll come back up in a minute. Then take your left arm toward the ceiling. All right, if this is good, feel free to drop down, foot down if you need to. Take the left arm out to the side. Take the right arm out to the side. Back to center, and then release down. Nice job. You can tell this is my weak leg. It doesn't like that one yet. Getting stronger, but it's not there yet. All right, go ahead and sit yourself up. Feet will be mat width apart. And the ball is going to go in between your knees, maybe even between your shins. So coming into saw. So we're going to do a little rotation here with forward flexion. And when you're going forward, you're going to have your hand on the ball. All right, so from here, tall spine, sit up straight. Feel free to bend the knees as you need. As you inhale, slowly rotate to your left. Right hand on George, and then exhale, roll the ball toward your left foot. Tuck your chin a little bit, look under the armpit. Inhale, slowly bring yourself back up. Exhale, center. Going to the other side. So inhale to the right. Exhale, slowly roll yourself forward. Keep that twitch. That right hand kind of does its own thing. Just let it be its own guide. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Exhale, center. Inhale to the twist to the left. Right hand on George. Exhale, slowly roll forward. Think about long spine, super equal curve in spine. One more time over here. Take the time, reach out. And then slowly pull up and back in. Go ahead and sit crisscross applesauce. Hands on George. I'm going to try and face you for this one. So simple spine twist. So hands on George on breastbone. Hands on George, George on breastbone. There we go. That works better. All right, tall spine. Sit up straight. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're slowly going to rotate to your right. And then do 2 more little presses. Think about a little release and a little re-engage to get you farther around. Inhale, center. Exhale, go to the left. 2, 3. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. 2, 3, inhale, center, exhale, tall spine, 2, 3, one more set. Think about the core lifting up, you're cinching that corset tighter. Last time, center, exhale, left, 2, 3, and release. All right, so from here, keep George. You're gonna put George behind your low back, and you're going to lean back. So you're in a C curve here, you're tucked under, you've got that core engaged, your feet are pressed down. Okay, but you also have support. So if you bounce around a little bit, you feel like, oh yeah, George has got me. George is my buddy, he's got my back. All right, so from here, think about that C curve. So think about your draw up and in. So from here on inhale, I want you to pull the ribs away from the hips. Keep your chin tucked, but you're straightening over George slightly, and then exhale and go back to that C curve. Inhale, go into extension. Exhale, control the abdominals, pull back down. So you're lengthening up, and then you're closing down. So you're lengthening with that control that we've been working with. One more time. Inhale, extend, exhale, and then go ahead and release yourself all the way forward. Release your low back. If you'd like to do a little forward fold, you're welcome to. Again, check in, see how you feel. And then over onto your abs. Lift over. Working on back extensions here. So feet are mat width apart. Knees and toes are going to turn outward slightly. And arms in goalpost position. So nose can hover just off that mat. And really think about, again, that draw up and in, that wrap of the corset. Feel those ribs locked down, pubic bones pressing down, the legs are pressing down. As you inhale, gently push the breastbone forward. Keep the low back long, keep the neck relaxed. Lift up to the bottom of your rib cage. So the ribs are still on the ground. From here, take an inhale, and then as you exhale, really lock that forward, lift your arms. So you should have been able to stay that same height, and then slowly release the whole upper body down. Take an inhale. As you exhale, wrap that core, push the breastbone forward. If it helps to have George underneath the breastbone, you're welcome to. Keep your pubic bone pressed down. You're on that inhale, and then on the exhale, you're lifting the arms, and then slowly release back down. So again, George underneath if you need to. Inhale. Start your engagement. Exhale, curl up. You're pushing George forward. Exhale, lift and release. So the advantage of not using George is it does get into your spinal muscles even more. George does kind of hold you in place quite nicely. Last one. All right, shake it out for a minute. Wipe over the legs. Release your low back. And then those legs go out long again. Arms come out into T. So shoulder blades are relaxed, neck is long. You want to put your forehead on something to help you stay lifted and more into that back. You're welcome to. You're also welcome to be lifted without anything under the forehead. I am talking, I'm going to protect my neck and do something under my forehead. All right, so core is re-engaged. Arms to T, thumbs toward the ceiling. Neck stays out of this. So as you exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades in and lift the arms. Inhale, touch the pinky to the ground. Exhale, core engages, lift thumbs toward the ceiling. Inhale, pinky to the ground. Exhale, core engages. Think long spine, think neck relaxed. Take your time here. Again, forehead can come down if you need to. The goal here is that the neck doesn't do any extra work. Again, those traps like to take over. Got two more. And then bend your elbows so you're coming into W. So from here, again, in that hover line, exhale, slowly reach those arms forward. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, slowly reach those arms forward. Inhale, pull back. So the goal here is to keep the forearms parallel to the ground. And if that seems easy, lift them higher, but keep them parallel. Good, we got 3 more. Again, feel the work in the upper back, feel the shoulder blades moving. You're really working on getting those shoulder blades to stay together. Low back is long. You're keeping the wrap of those abdominals. I believe that was 3. And release. Go ahead and sit back into shell. You're going to come back forward here for a moment and do a little hip work, but release that low back first. And again, feel free to walk your hips side to side. All right, bringing yourself forward again. Hands under the forehead. Feet still mat width apart, knees and toes turned out slightly. So abdominals are drawn in, zip and engage, pubic bone presses down, the legs start pressed down. So make sure your those abdominals are wrapped, and that's going to help keep the upper body relaxed. So as you exhale, core engages, slowly lift both legs off the ground, keeping the pelvis still. You're moving the femurs and the hips upwards. Inhale, they release back down. So think about the knees stay straight. So as you lift up, pull your kneecaps to your hips. If this is too much for your low back, you're just going to do one leg at a time. And again, it's all about keeping that low back safe and low back protected. So this is also getting those glutes to really engage. So with the knees and toes turned out, we got the hamstrings somewhat out of there. Again, feeling your hamstrings start to cramp, you're using the hamstrings. So think about the glutes. All right, up and hold this time. So again, if you need to drop down anytime, you're welcome to. So inhale, you're slowly going to bring the legs together. Knees and toes are still turned out. As you exhale, legs go back to mat width. Inhale, bring the legs together. Exhale, mat width. Inhale, so think about lengthening your spine. Think about that core. We got about 3 more. So again, if you need to take a break for that low back, please do so. Rather you be safe. Again, you can just do one leg going in and out if that's easier. And when you're done with your 3, slowly release down, bend the knees, windshield wiper side to side. And then let's roll over onto your side because it is my favorite time of class. Side leg series. All right. You're going to start out with both legs out long. Core engaged. Have George close at hand. We don't need him yet, but we will. All right, so bottom rib is lifted, top hip reaches long. As you inhale, slowly extend and lift the leg. As you exhale, close down. So inhale, think about expanding. That lifts the leg. Exhale, close down with control. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good, nice long spine. Keep the pelvis still. One more. This time you're going to take it up and you're going to hold it at the top. So I want you to reposition, reach that leg out a little bit longer even. And now we have circles. So inhale for half, exhale for half, pause. Inhale, exhale, pause. Again, nice and slow for this variation. So again, we use muscle versus momentum. I believe we have 2 more. We're doing 5 each way. But before we switch directions, we're also going to do it fast. So take an inhale here and then exhale, circle. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So a little bit different challenge to the core. I think we got 1 more. All right, now nice back, slow circles going the other way. Inhale, exhale, pause. Inhale, exhale, pause. And again, that pause is like a reset. Last one. All right, take your inhale here and then exhale, small circle. Inhale, exhale, small circle. Inhale, reset that pelvis, keep that leg reaching. Last one, and then relax. All right, George goes in between the knees. The knees are going to be straight out still. Again, shift that pelvis so that it stays stacked and you keep that little bit of space beneath the low back. This is all about those bottom ribs being engaged. All right, so now I want you to bend that top knee to 90 degrees. So you should feel as you're bending that top knee, a little stretch through the front of the leg. All right, so even push the knee backwards just a little bit. All right, from here, Betty Boop. So you're gonna rotate the heel toward the ceiling and then back down. Rotate toward the ceiling and back down. So you're squeezing in on George as you roll. Bottom leg stays straight, bottom rib stays lifted. Last one here. And then go ahead and straighten that leg out. Both legs reach long. As you exhale, lift both legs. Inhale, lower most of the way down. Stay slightly lifted. Exhale, up. So you're moving the femurs and the pelvis. Pelvis stays still. Upper body's relaxed. Wrap the core. Think about those ribs dropping down. Two more. Up and hold. All right, so from here, little walks. One leg goes forward, one leg goes back. So the top leg's probably gonna have a bigger range of motion than the bottom, and that is fine. So do the range of motion that works on that bottom leg. Sometimes it's uncomfortable on that bottom hip. Two more. Whoops, that happens, mine's walking out too. All right, and release. George off to the side. We have not done a lateral flexion in a bit, so get yourself some arm space. Reach that top or bottom arm out. Top hand in front. Core is engaged. As you exhale, push with the hand, the elbow, lift the lower body, lift the upper body more. And then slow, slow, slow on the way down. Take an inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, and then slow on the way down. Exhale. Inhale. Slow. Three more like this. Hold it at the top. Feel length being created. Last one. And release. Go ahead and bring that knee forward. Oh, give yourself a little twist. Release that low back. Give yourself a little imprint even to get the in there a little bit more. Nice job. Okay, we use these toys. So take your toys with you and go to the other end. Look around. Okay. I got toys in the way. Okay, there we go. All right, bottom legs out straight. Shoulders are relaxed. Long spine. Close those ribs down. Lift the bottom rib up. All right, so bottom leg presses into the ground. As you inhale, that top leg's gonna lift toward the ceiling. As you exhale, nice and controlled, bring it down. Inhale up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale up. Exhale down. So think about moving the femur in the socket. Your pelvis stays still. You're really connecting with that lower abdominals and the core. Last one, hold it up this time. All right, we got those slow circles. So inhale for half, exhale for half, pause at the top. Inhale, exhale, pause. So check in and make sure the pelvis is staying still. The bottom obliques are really engaged. I believe we have one more. All right, then take and pause. Exhale, pause and inhale. Exhale. One more. All right, switching directions on your circle, nice and slow. Inhale to start, exhale to lift. Inhale, exhale. 3, 2, last one, hold to the top. And now we have our fast circle. So take your inhale here and then exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3 more. Last one. All right, and then George goes between your knees.
Legs out straight, bottom rib is back to being lifted and long. All right, once you're in that position, that top knee bends to 90 degrees. Again, you're gonna feel a little stretch through the hip, more of a challenge. You're gonna even rotate or roll that leg, top leg back a little bit more. All right, coming into Betty Boop, so you're slowly gonna rotate the heel toward the ceiling and then back down. Rotate the heel toward the ceiling and back down. So take your time. Again, movement happens deep in that hip. Pelvis is staying still. Use this. Hamstrings will, again, try to do the work. So really be mindful of what's happening. If you put the hand on your hip so you can feel those muscles kick in. I'm sure you feel them already. 2 more. Last one. And release. Both legs out straight. Keep George. Exhale, lift. Inhale, slow on the release. Most of the way down, try to stay a little bit lifted as you come down. Up and down. Up. Two more. And up and hold, and now you got the little walk. So one leg goes forward, one leg goes back. Again, if you lose George, you can just keep going without George. He knows where he's going. Stay lifted. Check in with that core. Check in with the bottom rib. 2 more. And release. Whew. All right, bring that ball out. Coming into that lateral flexion so that bottom arm reaches long. Again, you push with the hand or with the elbow, your choice. Top hand in front for stability. Exhale, core engages, lift, and then slow on the way down. Exhale, core engages, lift, and then slow on the way down. And then slow. Take your time. Notice how this side might be different than the other. Probably a little more tired because that stabilizing hip is still doing a lot of work, and it's stabilized first. Last one here. And release. Knees into chest. Oh, check it out. Drop that top knee in front if you need to. Round the low back a little bit. Give yourself a twist. All right, and then coming around to all fours, please. Oops, let me readjust my equipment. All right, all fours. I'm gonna go the other way, so my feet are a little bit more stable. All right, so tuck your toes under, and Robin, you can do this one standing, that's fine. So core engages, elbows point back, fingers are spread. As you engage, slowly exhale, lift up with those knees. Inhale, and then exhale, release down. So think about cores engaged, nice long spine, shoulder blades back, exhale, lift. All right, so from your feet, I want you to push yourself forward, pull yourself back. Push forward, pull back. So everything else is staying the same. Your shoulder angle is going to change. 2 more. The rest of you stays the same. And then release down. Go ahead and come into shallow. Check in, see how you're feeling. And then you're going to walk yourself a little bit more toward a plank. So again, toes are going to be tucked under. Hands under the shoulders, spread the hands, engage the core. This is all about that core getting engaged. Exhale, lift the knees, now you're in plank. Try to keep your hips in line with everything else. Again, inhale, shift forward, pull back. Shift forward, pull back. One more, shoulder blades stay down, and then drop your knees. Slowly release back, check in. See how everything feels. And then bring yourself back around and have a sit.
All right, so we were working with George behind your back before. So this time we're going to recline all the way back onto your elbows. Your core is going to stay engaged. Lift up and out, and then imprint that spine. So again, you're in a J curve, really. Chin is tucked, so there's no discomfort in the neck. Feet are hip distance apart, and then bring one leg to tabletop, the other leg. So they're going to stay a little bit apart here. So these moves you've already done before. So with the next exhale, let your pelvis rock just to one side. So your legs go into that small twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, slowly back to the other side. And center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. So make sure you're staying lifted out of that upper body. So shoulder blades have to work here. One more set. Again, get used to that feeling of rocking the pelvis. All right, go ahead and release the legs. Release the neck. Take a break. We're going to go back in. We're going to add in some other fun stuff. All right, reset the upper body. Shoulder blades are lifted. Sorry, rib cage is lifted. Shoulder blades step back and down. Imprint, tabletop. All right, so stay engaged. As you exhale, I want you to let the legs go away just that little bit. Inhale, center. So keep your knees at that 90-degree mark. It's all movement, femur in the hip socket, and then back to center. Your pelvis is going to get a little tip, and then back to center. So this is a controlled exercise. So it's almost like you're doing a little imprint and release even, as well as get a little bit of movement in the femur and the hip socket. But again, you have to be able to control it. Stay lifted through that upper body. Last one, and then release down, knees into chest. Gently rock your head side to side if you need to. Again, neck shouldn't be doing much work. So core needs to be engaged more if you feel it. All right, so from here, go ahead and we're going to do it with the head, the torso down, and then we'll do it with the torso up. So tabletop. So we're going to do corkscrew. So you're slowly going to exhale, bring the knees into your chest just that little bit. You went into imprint. As you inhale, you rock the legs to the left, and then as you exhale, they're starting to circle away. Open up the hips. Inhale, bring yourself back to the right side, and then exhale up to center. Go in the other direction. So it's inhale out to the side, exhale away, inhale to the other side, exhale up. Let's do one more time each way. So inhale left, exhale, inhale right, center. So you should feel your pelvis rocking side to side, but it's also doing a little tilt. So it's kind of doing that nice little circle. All right, bring yourself up on those elbows again. So you felt that pelvis moving. So now we're going to restrict the pelvis a little bit more because of the position of the spine. You're already in this. All right, so from here, starting going to the left. Oh, sorry. Bring your knees in toward your chest a little bit. Then take your legs to the left. They gently go away. They come to the right. And then they pull back to center. Going to the right. Out. Away. Left. And center. Go left. Out to the side. Reach them away. Right. Center. Last time. So you're drawing a circle with the hips. You're rocking around the pelvis and then knees into your chest. Nice job. Check in, see how you feel. Go ahead and press those heels up to the ceiling. Give myself a little space here. All right, so hands go behind the knees. Inhale, head nod, curl up, ab prep, and then rock yourself up into balance. Whoa, with the legs out. As straight as you can get them, bend if you need to. So C curve here with your spine. As you exhale, roll the body to keep your legs straight. Inhale back up. Let's flip that breath. So let's inhale, roll back. Exhale, come back up and balance. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, up and balance. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, up and balance. Two more. So this is your open leg rocker variation. And then go ahead and bring those feet down. Check in for a moment. Grab your George. George between the knees. We are getting close to the end here. All right, so sitting up, squeeze in on George. Yay! All right, tall spine, arms go forward. Inhale. As you exhale, half roll back. So pull the pubic bone up, keep your feet pressing down, and then bend your right elbow, reach the left hand forward. Look over the shoulder with that right elbow. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, zip and engage, core, squeeze George, and then twist the left elbow back. Inhale, center. So remember to get this opposition reach happening. Inhale, center. Exhale, zip and engage. Inhale, center. Exhale, zip and engage. Inhale, center. One more set. And last one. And release, go ahead and forward fold. George can go out to the side. And then please come to mermaid when you're ready. So sitting side saddle. And I want this top leg, I want the knee pointing out. So we did a lot of hip flexor work today, so I really want to try to get this to mobilize and stretch. So that back foot should be gently pointed, just don't let the foot flex. That's all I ask. You don't have to control that point because your foot will cramp, but just kind of let it relax there. All right, so take an inhale. Your top arm's going to go to the ceiling. As you exhale, push that top hip forward and let yourself drop down into that lateral. So keep pushing this hip forward. Take an inhale here. Excuse me, reach. As you exhale, slowly roll yourself forward. As you inhale, slowly bring yourself up. As you exhale, hip pushes forward, roll back, head goes wherever's most comfortable for you. Inhale, slowly reach forward again, and then exhale all the way up, relaxing that hip. One more time. Inhale, up. Push the hip forward as you exhale over. Stay for inhale, reach, 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 reach. Exhale, roll forward. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, up and over. And then exhale all the way up. All right, switch around to the other side. And again, get this top leg so the knee is in line with the rest of the torso. Protect your low back, but we're going to, again, work on that mobilization and get a little stretch through the hip. All right, so when you're ready, inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, slowly drop over and stretch long. Stay for inhale, enjoy the yummy. Exhale, gently roll yourself forward. Keep pushing that top hip back. Inhale, float yourself back to center. As you exhale, slowly roll the shoulders back, and head goes wherever's most comfortable. Inhale, up and over again. And then as you exhale, all the way up. Again, inhale, open, push that top hip forward. Exhale, go into your lateral. Inhale, stay here. Think about that hip reaching, the ribs up. Exhale, roll yourself forward. See if you can get farther than last time. Take an inhale, gently bring yourself back to center. Exhale, roll yourself back. And then inhale, up and over. And then exhale all the way back up. And then finishing like we typically do on your back, few hip rolls just to notice how you're different. Excuse me. So take a nice long inhale, and when you're ready, starting to exhale and articulate your spine. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, slowly articulate yourself all the way back down. Inhale, exhale, articulate and up. Inhale, notice how you feel different. Articulate down. One more time. Exhale, articulate up. And then exhale, articulate down. Knees into the chest. Rock around. And excellent job today. Yay! You did it. Nice. As I run into things. And the recording, stop recording. And whoops, that's